just give us a background of your business and the contribution thereof?
The Artisan Training Institute, of which I'm part of the leadership team, has trained over 22,000 artisans. I think that's a major contribution towards the technical skills pool that we have. And we formed a foundation from the Institute to handle all the donor-funded funds that come in to take disadvantaged youth. And we try and aim for at least 50% of them to be females as well, towards becoming fully qualified and competent artisans in trades that are in demand. What we do is the three paths that are offered to them is they come to us, they're with us for a period of 3 years. That is sort of 6 months institutional training, 6 to 9 months. And then about 18 months we place them with an employer. Good employers, because part of our success is the fact that we want them to get proper mentorship and that with good artisans in good companies. And we have a very high success rate in placing our learners there because we've got a great reputation.
Yeah.
So a lot of companies, quality companies, come to us for their training or to source people we have trained for their projects. Because if you're a project engineer, you're wanting an artisan who knows what he's doing or she's doing.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be let down. And we can provide that assurance of quality, which we do. So there's three things. Go on to be an engineer, become an artisan in a company, go and do your trade as an independent contractor, an entrepreneur, which we like that because for every person that we get into a livelihood, they then move on to eventually employ 4 or 5 people themselves with their little company.
Yeah.
And entrepreneurship's definitely going to be the key to Africa's success. But there's a growing trend, and it's been a strong narrative coming out, that in fact technical skills have made an incredible contribution to countries' economies, something that we should be proud of. Look at what trade and industry needs and go and train in those things. And people are realizing that they can find employment, they start earning quicker, and they start earning more than many of the graduates that have chosen to go and do some sort of soft science or whatever it is, and that we're living in times now where those things are just not regarded as valuable any longer. They're nice to have. What we're talking about is what's essential for a growing economy. We're finding that as I say, we're getting them placed in employment, practically 100% placement rate. They get snapped up. They're going themselves into the rest of Africa to go and help on projects. But we're losing some, of course, to Europe and to the developed countries. If a country creates an environment whereby a skilled, qualified person doesn't feel welcome, doesn't feel safe, doesn't feel as though there's an economic future in their country, then they will, as is their right, they will look around because the world has become a village and they can go and work wherever they want. And if they can find a good job in a place where they feel really safe, then they'll do it. So what can we do? I think that countries need to create a welcoming, enabling environment, safe and has prospects for them, where they can feel that they're valued. Make sure that they are well qualified, well sought after, and that there's a steady supply of them, because we will lose some. We're now starting to run training centers in that way, try and create a pool of qualified artisans that they can use as opposed to them importing, because we've got the available skills. And currently in many places we don't have the available skills. So we've got to create good youngsters who really know their stuff, that can be used locally, and let the trust begin growing with these big project engineers. We have a colossal client base from all over Africa, corporates that send their staff to us for training. As such, our business intelligence informs us which trades are in demand. You get some trades are not, and so the first step towards success is train where there's demand. And I think that's what's going wrong with many universities. It's from that business intelligence, we know what's in demand. Then we take the kids, we see who has a propensity and attitude for what. We have a effective sort of career guidance assessment tool. So that then informs us who's best suited to these trades that are in demand. We train them properly. We get them placed with good companies for their 18 months workplace experience. They come and do their final exam. They're a qualified artisan. And that the fact that there's demand for what they've studied in makes them, in your words, more powerful than the ordinary job seeker.
Okay.
Qualified, and there's a need for me, and the two meet.
What do you see is going to happen in the future? Now I would like you to speculate a little bit based on the facts that you have on your company's performance.
I think that Africa as a whole is going to become extremely busy because it is resource rich, whilst the rest of the world is starting to deplete. It's going to be in demand, and I think there's a sense of Pan-Africanism that has developed, especially of late. Also brought out a very interesting e-learning, all our courses on e-learning, so that we can reach out to netizens, as they call them. We can reach out to them where they're geographically prohibited from getting decent training or whatever. They can get all the theoretical knowledge through our video online learning.
Well, Richard, from what we had a short interview now. Unfortunately, we can talk the whole day about it, but thank you very much. I mean, everything that you said, it just points upwards. It seems that it's forward thinking, it's forward developing, it's forward entrepreneurship, and it is contributing to our continent. So Richard, in short, thank you very much. Appreciate it, and good luck with you guys. And well, man, I would like to have a similar interview with you next year and to see what has happened over time.
Great. Thanks very much. There's a lot happening. We have achieved a lot. Our vision is definitely to be the player, if not already, in Africa in this field. And if Africa can just improve within its education system, this is a critical success factor in conclusion. African countries like South Africa have to get maths and science tuition improved in their schools. If they can get that right, we as artisan trainers then have a fine pool of kids to be able to make great artisans for a great future for Africa. Thank you.
Richard, thank you very much. In conclusion, I think it's absolutely contributory, and I'm looking forward to see what you guys are going to do in the future. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.